Actually, in the front. What if somebody else want the same thing somebody else pick? Is there gonna be a way to settle that? What if I want to play a nigga for the team though? Unless you can get up out of there.
Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. At any time, the TCU Horned Frogs take the field. They have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road.
Got 92 defense. This is gonna be we could beat these niggas 107 to 7.
The number 2 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats.
Ricky glitch. He called him glitch plays, bro.
48 Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you
That nigga doing
alongside
calling
David
glitch
Pollack
shit.
and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will get the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season.
Throughout
the season, or the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Kansas State really has this drive rolling.
Oh, yeah. Nephew.
Off the play fake on 1st down. To throw.
Gotta let nephew in and die.
Quickly to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10.
Man, let me feel that shit.
Looking to move it through the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense, man. It's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Wildcats! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, they made a statement.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will take the field for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different. We're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Connection to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. Makes the catch and knocked down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at it. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone.
This all there. Go get my guy.
They'll put the tight end in motion.
You quit. You gave up on that.
It's Griffin. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4 and he's down at the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Quarterback extends the play. He is
he broke out in tackle.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
These 3rd downs, man, they're critical down in distances. When you have mobile quarterbacks, it's just so great to know that, one, they can get it from for your offense, but 2, if it's not there, they can take off its
and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Unit on the field.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Snowed under by the defense.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig
themselves
out of this run. Second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Still on his feet at the
I'll be at work, but I don't know.
Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this.
Ooh, what a block.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way.
Off the line again, and he knocked the shit out of the safety. Look at that block right here. Ooh, knock that bitch out. Good block. Wow.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
God, that young ain't too good. Remember that one will take it in. That's a good one, boy.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6.
Damn, they 240?
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block. It's blocked. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. KState has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
I like running.
I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
From the gun, the ground game. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now to move the chains. Finds his man enough for the first. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on second down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Marches ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on third. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
When we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one, they knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Red pass hits complete. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up 14 over Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snags a quick pass on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. And they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
It's a draw.
What a call.
At the 35, he's open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Looking to pass on second down. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And he runs a quick out route. This is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
It's caught downfield. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. He's looking to throw it.
Say what?
Got a man in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Snap in the shotgun.
Pick.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And he gone.
Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going. And a sack all the way back at the 5. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Running back searching for a hole. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Here's the return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They're bringing heat. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. It is good! And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think
this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Come to the line, hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17.
And Cole.
Looking for room, it's Griffin. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long. Up.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. The 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Kansas State. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right. Doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got him downfield. Got a lot of running room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but Dave's got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short clip that counts as a completion that goes a long way to the defense. Aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that end. Nice job by the defense.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. From the shotgun, the inside give. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
That's number 2 on the day. Have a good number. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
About down. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He'll start this drive firing, using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Here's the give off the left side. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. At the 40, there he goes. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down to the 37. And the Wildcats are flying down the field. Makes the grab down the middle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They want to just keep throwing it. Floats it out in space. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down. The Wildcat has come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. on first down from the 13-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And the pummeling has started. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. To the air on first down.
Oh,
It's complete.
6. What is he
Get
doing?
the afterburners, kid. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
Look on the
You
second
know, a
half.
lot of losses. You just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I
Scored
think there's
3
things that
plays
they
today.
can take into next week from this
I
performance.
could do it.
No doubt,
So goddamn
offense is about
keeping me
finding
doing
your
that
rhythm,
shit.
finding your groove, what you do well, and you can tell at least now starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build it.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that
You ain't
return.
wrong.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that
It's
starts
only
at the
better than
16-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. It's complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. That's it, field. He's got room. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Thrust that arm out.
Boy, he seems so good. He don't need to go to sleep. He get all that.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination. All 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
I don't know.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Chris Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Faster than I ever played, 39 minutes. I haven't 2 o'clock. Cakewalk. I made no damn sense. Alright, man, I think y'all good.